Look at your neighbor and just open your mouth real big like you're in shock. Like, come on, do it. You take pictures of yourself and put it on social media. Some of you like, come on, if it helps you better to do it like this. Come on, look at somebody you hadn't looked at and go. Get a close-up of me, Brianna. I'm on screenshot this and post it on Facebook. Wow. Well, I could see y'all better a little bit right there when I stretched them so. Now look at somebody you just did that to and prophesy to them. Say, that's exactly your expression not long from now. For real. I'm telling you, he's about to make you jump back. Saint of God, I call it a jump back blessing. When you got to jump back and rub your eyes and say, my God, I ain't never seen it like this before. Because in Mark 2:12, Jesus took a man who had never walked, who had never carried his body weight around. Somebody always toted him around. But in one afternoon at Peter's house, when four of his crazy friends, amen, had enough of faith that drove somebody up the wall and ripped the roof off the place and let him down in one moment, one night, in the presence of this one Jesus, this man who couldn't walk, got up and walked home and carried his bed. The same bed he was always carried on. One service. There's coming one service. It just won't take but one. One touch. One moment in this presence. And that boy walked up out of there, set free, walking. Numbers, I'm going to close. Number 17, there's a story of how a lot of the elders of the tribes of Israel were arguing. Believe that. Believers fussing. Still goes on today. Who's going to get the highest spot? Who's going to be the most important one? Who's going to get the highest place? God showed Moses a plan and said, I'll settle this overnight. Somebody shout, there's some stuff about to get settled overnight. It's been going on a long time, but the Holy Ghost said, I'm about to settle it overnight. There's even some stuff went on around here by the Spirit of God. God, I hear him speaking, but God said, I'm going to settle it overnight. I'm not going to let the devil drag this thing out. I'm going to not let it become drawn out. Come on, somebody shout, he's about to settle it in just a night. I'm preaching to you about a God of the suddenlies. Who suddenly in a moment, with one word, in an afternoon, one service, one day, one afternoon, one touch, one grip, one word, he changes them. In number 17, God said, let all these elders of each tribe, let them take their rod, and let them throw it, put it down in the tabernacle of my presence. And the next morning, the rod that has budded will be the one I've chosen. In the next morning, somebody shout, just one night in his presence. Aaron's rod, by the way, was a branch from a tree like all Hebrew men would cut off. They would strip it, lay it out in the hot sun till it dried out. Then they'd take a knife and carve on it their lineage. Their fathers before them, come on somebody, their sons after them, and they'd pass it down. That's why with Moses, God said, stretch out your rod. It was the same as God saying, stretch out your life. It represented his whole family. Come on, somebody. God said, I'm going to do signs and wonders with this rod. Somebody shout, God's going to do signs and wonders with my children, with my whole family. The Bible said in Isaiah 8, verses 18, I and the children which the Lord hath given to me are for signs and wonders. God said, I'm not just going to save them. I'm going to sanctify him, fill him with my power, and do signs and wonders. That Hebrew rod laid overnight. And the next morning, it budded almond blossoms. How many of you understand? Limbs have been cut off, been stripped of their bark, laid out for weeks in the hot sun and dead and dry. Hard wood. Come on, anybody here, Holy Ghost? Who's been cut all on and all over. Don't bud without something supernatural happening. Some of them's on Budweiser, but that bud's about to wise up. Come on, somebody. I'm telling you, there's some buds. Amen. God, there's some resurrections that's about to take place. Because really, prophetically, that's the parallel. Come on, somebody, because in the Ark of the Covenant, amen, along with the manna that come down out of heaven and the tablets of stone that God wrote upon the commandments, amen, here was Aaron's rod that budded, representing Jesus dead in a tomb for 3 days. And on the third day, come up out of the grave. And God says when we get saved, we were once dead in our trespasses and sins, but he quickens us, or he revives us. Ephesians 2 verses 1. Somebody shout overnight. Somebody say overnight revival. You think you've prayed in vain? There'll come one service. There'll come one moment where everything that appeared to be brass in the heavens will break